On August 11, 2025, Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni visited Cairo at the invitation of Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, a move widely interpreted as Egypt's latest effort to rally Upper Nile Riparian states against Ethiopia's Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. The visit, culminating in a joint press conference and the signing of Memoranda of Understanding on August 12, highlights Egypt's desperate bid to maintain its monopolistic grip on the Nile's waters. However, Ethiopia's rightful pursuit of equitable water use and development through the GERD exposes the flaws in Egypt's coercive diplomacy. Egypt's stance on the Nile, as reiterated by el-Sisi during the press conference, is rooted in an outdated self-serving claim to 55.5 billion cubic meters of the river's annual flow, a legacy of colonial-era agreements that Ethiopia never endorsed. El-Sisi's assertion that Egypt will never allow its share of Nile water to be touched dismisses the legitimate aspirations of upstream nations, particularly Ethiopia, which contributes 85% of the Nile's waters via the Blue Nile. This monopolistic perspective, tied to the 1929 and 1959 treaties, prioritizes Egypt's water security, supporting 105 million Egyptians and millions of refugees, while ignoring Ethiopia's pressing need for electricity and economic growth. Ethiopia's GERD, now fully operational with its fifth filling completed in 2024, is a beacon of sovereignty and progress. Designed to generate over 6,000 megawatts, it promises to electrify millions of Ethiopians, over half of whom lack access to power, and drive industrialization. Museveni's visit to Cairo was a calculated move by Egypt to pull Uganda, a key Nile Basin initiative player, into its anti-GERD camp. The MOUs signed, covering water resources, agriculture, investment, and diplomatic training, are transparent attempts to buy Uganda's loyalty. With economic sweeteners like Egypt's $100 million investment in the Angololo Dam and $6 million for water management projects. Museveni, however, refused to fully align with Egypt's agenda. His call for a scientific and fair approach to Nile management, emphasizing prosperity, electricity, irrigation, and clean water for all basin countries, aligns more closely with Ethiopia's equitable vision. As a mediator in the NBI's seven-nation committee, Uganda is well positioned to advocate for cooperation, not confrontation. Ethiopia's GERD is a testament to its right to harness its natural resources for development. Ethiopia's lack of sea access compared to Egypt's 44 ports underscores the inequity of Cairo's demands. Addis Ababa has shown good faith, committing to gradual dam filling and data sharing to minimize downstream impacts. The GERD's benefits, potential electricity exports, flood regulation, and economic growth, extend beyond Ethiopia, offering regional gains that Egypt's fear-mongering obscures. Egypt's attempt to form a Nile alliance with Uganda is faltering. Egypt's reliance on colonial-era privileges and its rejection of the Cooperative Framework Agreement, which Ethiopia and other upstream nations support, expose its isolationist approach. The Cairo summit, rather than showcasing Egypt's influence, highlights its inability to rally lower Nile riparian states against Ethiopia. With the GERD operational, Ethiopia holds the upper hand, demonstrating that development and water security need not be a zero-sum game. By continuing to engage diplomatically and showcasing the dam's regional benefits, Ethiopia can counter Egypt's narrative and strengthen ties with countries like Uganda. Egypt's monopolistic stance, rooted in historical entitlement, is increasingly untenable. Its diplomatic overtures, like the Cairo summit, fail to mask its unwillingness to compromise. Ethiopia's commitment to equitable water use and regional benefits positions it to prevail, exposing Egypt's outdated claims as a barrier to a shared Nile future.